Bookmap. There you go. There's Bookmap. I don't know if you don't know this, but I don't shine shoes no more. Go get your shine box. Go get your shine box. Where did it go? All right. Let's do this. All right, y'all, we are live. It is, oh man, February 18th, 2026. It is 10:30. And this is the Options Millionaire Bookmap co-stream. We have a little bit of a consolidation period at the top of a very large green move. It's VIXpiration, a lot of crazy stuff. We have liquidity to 6,900 here. That's the most likely target on the S&P. We have a lot of call selling, put buying, but they've done that a couple of times today. Put on the calls, take off the calls. Put on the puts, take off the puts. Meanwhile, the price action is just rocket. We had a nice little shakeout in the morning. We had a pre-market dump. We had two big dumps here during the session, and then they bottom wicked it and they rallied. So all that to say, it's VIXpiration going into Wednesday. We're going to see how things go. Have a little bit of, had some computer problems this morning. Got those straightened out. Did a 3C just happen? It's beginning to form, yeah. It's beginning to form. Let me get my charts all squared away here. I got to adjust this. There we go. There we go. Another big green move back up. So they're obviously there's zero selling here. It's gonna take a lot for me to get me in a short position after that move. I'm gonna have to see some dang good reasons. They're starting to build some liquidity lower here, but the fact that they're bottom wicking every single little candle does not want me to take a short position. So unfortunately, I'm just chilling until I see something. So we do have some volume. We have some top wicks, but they are hammered. They're not allowing any lower close. So, and that's the key. You need a lower close to get a 3C. Otherwise, it's just, we have to figure out what's going on from there. And that's it. They funded all those military craft with your prop firm taxes. Yeah. Taxation is theft. Taxation is theft. $25,040. That's right, jukebox. That's right. All right, so they are steadily selling calls. In fact, what's weird here, in fact, before I say that, let me refresh. Nope, I don't want to do that. Let me hit refresh. Let's see. They are building more liquidity to 6,900. On Nasdaq, we have 2502. So they're starting to build a lot of liquidity back down, 25,000, even lower. There's zero propensity to sell. The options here, let's 1.2 billion in puts sold, but they are not buying any calls. In fact, we are in negative gamma territory, negative delta territory with calls. So There's zero DTE call buying here. There's zero DTE call buying. It's all call selling here. Meanwhile, the market Nasdaq's hanging out at 25.05. The S&P is hanging out up here at 69.12. So there you go. Not a particular candle, just overall high volume. Yeah. There you go. Any extreme outliers on Bookmap? Not extreme. We do have some outliers here. In fact, both ES and Nasdaq are both skewed lower. The options don't look all that great. It's just we're doing a VIXpiration move, blast off into oblivion, nonstop blast off, despite the fact that the options are very weak and liquidity is skewed lower. So all that to say that that's fine. Markets do that sometimes, and you know, that's all we can do. That's all we can do. Somebody put on a $30 million put position on Tesla, which is interesting. $25,060. Nasdaq bounced back up 30 points. Positions like this are heavily hedged. Yeah. Does anyone access their TPT through Rhythmic? I'll have to try it. This morning it was giving me some problems, but it's currently not open. Silver short not looking too bad. Let's take a look. Maybe silver is playable in this nonsense. I would rather Nasdaq chop in a 3-point range than do this crap. Silver is coming back off. We have a 3C on silver. Nice. So silver does have a qualified 3C at 77.83. Gold also has one here too. Beautiful. Nasdaq just hammered that 5-minute. They're about to put on another 400 points, so be ready. Be ready. There we go. Whatever is happening, they're blasting off here. Sell it. Nothing but call selling while the market rockets. I'm using Rhythm with TPT and it's fine. There you go. Nice. Nice. Yeah, silver looks pretty good. Gold and silver look good for a fluctuation here. Nasdaq is just keep going, going, going. ES is going, going, going. Tech is bright green, of course. That's because, you know, that's what happens. VIX is still getting pummeled, so we're down from 23 to 18 in 2 sessions. The VIX is down 8% today. And we are yet again stuck inside the stupid range. Back inside the range, baby. Back inside the range. Bitcoin put out the mother of all 3Cs if you're a crazy person. Yeah, I don't like touching Bitcoin. We have a very minor top wick here, but they're going to absorb that and go higher. There's no volume spike. There's no top wick. They're going to blast right through 25.07 and continue to go. We have more put selling, no call buying. Sold 2 puts together, up 97% on 1 and 43. Nice. Nice. What do we got? Gold, silver. Throw in a little platinum if we need to be there too. Silver, oil. Nice little top wick. Oil spiked with the news. with the war. Good stuff. Silver's there. Trying to fit the whole screen in, but there we go. Triple top on the S&P right there. Silver's coming back up, 77.88. How's all the info on the mill equipment movement so easily available? It's if you know how to track flight radar, it's not difficult because they all have transponders. ES is bottom wicking back up. So we had a small rejection off the overnight high. Of course, instant bottom wick. That's what it's doing today. Nasdaq did the same. Yeah, did the same. Bottom wick back up. And once they close the overnight high, if you look to the left, I mean, there's not much here until another 300 points, 200 points. So sellers are on the clock. If the sellers gives up this overnight high level in this drift with the VIX crush, it's going to get silly. So the sellers have got to be able to do something here. Otherwise, it's going to get silly. They are doing, there's nothing but call selling here. So the calls are sold. If you look on the book map here, we have all liquidity down to 25,000. The S&P has all liquidity down to 6,900. We have a little bit up into 6,930, but big level down to 6,900. So sellers got to get something going. Isn't that a security issue? Yeah, so they talked about that. There was a tweet saying that that is an issue. Is that like public social media accounts are posting data that should be considered top secret? So it is a concern, but yeah. We had a little move down to 25,050 there, and of course they instantly bottom wicket. They're doing nothing but selling calls. It's a very weird day for data. Very weird. So of course you need to focus on the 3Cs, if anything. They really want that overnight high level. They really, look, they're about to do it. If they take out that overnight high level, they are going to rock it. It's going to get silly very quickly if they take out that overnight high level. Calls are being sold at an aggressive pace. At an aggressive pace. They may set up for an aggressive sell into the afternoon, but not yet, right? This is incredibly bullish right now. Incredibly bullish price action, incredibly bearish options flow. 77, 78, 80. Watch this. You're about to see a gigantic explosion candle. If they take that level. All right, what do we got here? What do we got? Pump the jam. They're about to do it. If they take that overnight live level, man, it's going to be crazy. What's up, Steven? How's it going? How's it going? 075, 076. Watch the 80 absorption, and then you're going to see a very large green candle. Calls are being sold at an aggressive pace. They've sold off 1.1 billion of calls in the past 30 minutes. $0.73. Watch it. Let's go ES. Is ES doing the same thing? Yep. Once ES takes 69.20, and it's going to rocket ship. Rocket ship. $69.19. There goes 82. Look, watch. There goes 80. You think it's getting silly? Just wait. You think this is silly? Just wait. Here we go. We're just now getting started. We're just getting started. This is just the beginning of the move. Other countries and militaries will know how well in advance anyone. Exactly. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Here it goes. Another 20 points on ES. What happens when you have leaps and the stock does a split? That's a good question. I'll have to look into that. I've never owned leaps, so I couldn't tell you the definitive answer. 0.85. Let's go 90, and then it's going to go to 200 on Nasdaq. Straight call selling on the options. 0.83. 69.20 on the S&P. Singles being cleaned. Yeah. This is what's causing this move right here. Straight liquidation on long-dated VIX. That's why we're seeing such a complete breakdown of 0DT options, which normally run the market, and the current price action. It's because right now they are liquidating everything on the long-term charts. All the hedging is coming off, and they're going to reposition for the next move, which is the next month. But right now, all long-dated puts are being liquidated at an incredibly aggressive rate. VIX is being dropped big time. That's why we're getting this absolute monster move when everything else is saying the contrary. Saying the contrary. ES has 69.22, 6,900. Nasdaq has 25.012. There's nothing above. It's all below. But still. So with this type of VIX movement, would you expect a downward trend to happen today? I don't know. I'm sure we'll have some selling event into the afternoon, of course, sure. But I can't trade it until I see what I need to see. This is too aggressive of a move for me to want to short this until I see exactly what I need to see. So until then, just let it kick and scream and do its thing. And of course, watch the VIX. If they start to bounce back the VIX, you'll know there's a potential for a short opportunity. So, look, red candle just formed, insta bottom wick. That's why you cannot short this move until you have a lower low. They are buying up every single little red candle. This is why I hate this price action so much, because it demands patience. It demands waiting so long to take an entry. Aggressively selling calls. We have 480 million of puts sold or calls sold. I need a 3C, baby. I need a 3C. Small itty bitty little top wick right here. .055, 0.54, still dropping. Looking for 2.5. 630 here on calls sold. Aggressively selling calls. What is your entry here for a 3C? Honestly, I'm not touching nothing until I get this 3C at, what is that, 25.02? Look, insta bottom wick. That's exactly why. Right here. That's my 3C short entry. I'm not touching nothing until that orange line is closed. Otherwise, you are going to get clapped. 0.22, Nasdaq. They are selling the crap out of calls. It's extreme call selling. Extreme call selling. If they start to buy back puts, if they start to buy back the VIX, if we get a good volume spike, then and only then will I consider a short position. That's it. Otherwise, you're going to get ran over. Depending on the split tune, I'll give you 2 contracts. There you go. Russell's selling off. Let's go take a look. Yeah, Russell is putting on a nice little top tick. Nice. So Bookmap here, you have to look at closely on Nasdaq what's happening. My 3C is 25.02. That is also where the main liquidity is on Bookmap. So I would expect a defense of 25.02 where I would want a 3C entry. So I have to be careful on this move here, of course, if I'm looking for a short with that. Now, the options, like I said, the options are deteriorating very quickly, but they're still bottom wicking every single little red candle. There's another hammer candle back up, 20-point hammer candle. So it's just a lot of nonsense, a lot of noise. You can't put on more than one single little top tick and they hammer it back up. So there's still no selling in the market despite the fact liquidity lower, 1.2 billion in calls sold. There's zero call buying whatsoever. Data's lower, 20-30 point hammer candle. So I hope you survive the bear market of 9:52 Central Time. We're about to put a new high in, and then we're going to go another 200 points. 25.09 going to 25.200. Nothing for me. Nothing for me. I think we see a crazy surge to Friday's highs and we get a volume spike and we need to drop it back down. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. The bad part about this is that we're once again delaying the inevitable. The longer we stay here, the lower my macro target goes. And yet again, we have another bottom wick, and yet again, it's another day of being dead flat in a 6-month range. It's infuriating. Because they'll sell it off again tomorrow and then buy it back up. And then we'll go into June and we're still at 25,000. Let's go to the 1. Another big old hammer candle back up. And once we take out this mark, which looks like an ascending bullish triangle, we will begin the next leg 200 points higher. Still selling calls. Do you mean 25,020 on shelf on Nasdaq? Yeah, 25,022 would be my target for any kind of short entry. Until then, I mean, this thing is about to pull back on the stick and apply full afterburner. It's about to just launch. It's about to absolutely monster launch. There's a little trend, but they're about to blast that, and I would probably say green candle. It'll look like something like this. Like that. You can make this green. Here, make that green. There you go. It looked like something like that. Here it comes. Here it comes. Are you ready? Are you ready for a 4-inch green candle? They're about to absorb it. They're about to absorb it. You don't consider call selling bearish? No, I do. I do consider it incredibly bearish. But today, the markets are obviously don't care about that. We've had 1.4 billion in calls sold. Doesn't matter. We're straight up. So, and that's because of VIXpiration. There's an anomaly today, which is VIXpiration. And I guarantee what's going to happen. They're going to kill the VIX today. They're going to do whatever the crap this is. Tomorrow, they'll undo every single penny. They'll get everyone nice and bullish. Oh, we're back to all-time highs, baby. And then tomorrow they'll undo every penny because that's exactly what they've been doing for 6 months. So just be patient. That's why, I will sit here and watch every penny of it. And then tomorrow we'll just play the downside. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. 25.09. We're about to absorb 100 and go, baby. We're about to go. The only indication here is VIX. If VIX starts to bounce, that'll stop the upflow. But the VIX is not. It's going straight down. Absolute monster crush VIX today. All the way back down. If that stops, we'll top tick. Until then, nope. What we got here? Bottom wick back up, still going. There we go. There's 100. We're about to pop 100 and go to 112 and then 120 and then 240. It's about to go. It's about to go. We're absorbing right into this liquidity. They removed all downside liquidity. Peep's going to think that drawing is a real candle and panic. True, it does look like the same candle, doesn't it? I'll delete it. My apologies. We're breaking out of a 3-day range. These kind of moves are never small. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I still have to look left at what's been happening now for months and months. Is they're selling off every single green move like this. How many times have we had a move like this where it just keeps on going and everybody gets bullish and the next day they collapse it all the way back down? It's just a shakeout. There's no true buy up here. Everything is derivative of the options chain. VIXpiration, 0 DTEs, OPEX. There's no true buying volume. And it's just like we buy up and then we sell off and we're just stuck. We're just stuck. Yeah, current session definitely. Here's a small red move that's already bottom wicking, of course. And once we take out that 25-100, booyah. There's already bottom wicking. Here we go. There we go. Bottom wick. Here we go. There it goes. Very grindy. Volume upticks is only on the buy candles. The sauce is in the volume profile. That's right. It's in the volume, baby. Nothing but call selling. Watch the VIX if you want the key. Today is the day you need to focus squarely on the VIX. On the VIX. Another green bottom wick here. All it is every time, it's just gathering ammunition for higher prices. They're gathering ammunition for higher prices. There we go, 094. It's about to break out. It's just going, baby. There it goes, another hammer candle. Hope you survive the bear market of 1058. Just going, baby. Just going. Blasted higher. It's about to. I will only play a 3C short. Don't like. Yeah, me neither. These are my worst type of days. Like I said, I would rather have a 3-point chop session than this crap. I hate it. So I'm a spectator until I get something. Say you decided along with some FOMO at 25088. Where would you place your stop? Asking for a friend. Heck, why even put a stop on today? No, I shouldn't say that. That'll come back to bite me. A lower low. So whatever time frame you decide to enter on, just pick out. So if you entered on the 5, I mean, the morning high is a good protection zone. So the buyers will defend the morning high, which is 25,074. If you want to put on something more robust, anything under the 053 will be heavily defended. I mean, heck, every single 1 minute candle is being bottom wick. So you have the market is in squeeze mode right now. So if anything, I would probably say under this little candle right here, 049 or so, 25049, and just take your hands off. But that's if you want to risk that much. But that's based on structure here. Nothing but call selling. Nothing but call selling. We have 573 million calls sold. They are selling off every single call in the books. And yet, we go higher. We go higher. Multiple top wicks. And they will give us a sell today. They will give you a sell today. But how patient can you be? How patient can you be? Another green instant bottom wick. There we go, 095, and they're about to go it. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. I'm telling you, this is a pot of boiling water, and it's about to stream over the side of the pot. It's about to stream over the side of the pot. More like would you want to take it. There you go. Bro wants to risk 10 points, and Gabagouli hits him with. There he goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. A blast off a Roni with cheese. Launch mode, baby. The bull move is just starting. The bull move is just starting. Look at this. Boom! It's going. Boom. I love it. I freaking love it. I freaking love it. You know why I can call this out so perfectly? Because I was born by fire. 10 years ago, I would have shorted the piss out of this. That's how I know. Been there, done it. Been there, done it. Love it. 25110, baby. 25110. Still going. 25105, 108. How far can it go, baby? How far can it go? Trail that to stop higher and don't do it again. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, really. You're welcome. Don't do it again. I love it. Don't do it again. The only way you short this position, in my opinion, other than the 3C, is VIX. If they bounce the VIX, then and only then do you short this. They're going to cram it down your throat until then. VIXpiration, baby. VIXpiration, still going. VIXpiration is still going. I told y'all. I told y'all. No shorting unless you get those two parameters. It's going to keep on going. It's going to keep on going. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Another 200 points. Y'all don't believe me. It's going to keep on going. It's going to keep on going. 200 points. Love it. I did something cool lately for deciding stops. I took all the stress out of deciding on confidence just based on structure. I set limits based on dollar willing to be lost. Nice. If I set a $1,000 loss, I'm out 2 minis on a 5-point stop loss, and so on. Auto changes on TradingView. If it starts at 15 points down, I'll put a 5 micro instead. Beautiful. I like it. I like it. I like it, baby. A little bit of a top wick. Strongest red move we've had in a while. What's the VIX doing? Small bounce on the VIX. Still going. Still going. Still going. Insta bottom wick. Don't chase short positions. Insta bottom wick. Pump Up the Jam. That was a great song. Not sure if we'll survive the bear market of 11.9. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, man. Lower lows 3C or a VIX bounce. That's the only way you short. And it'll come. I'm telling you, they will give you a beautiful short opportunity today. Be patient. Do not rush it. It'll come. It'll come, but only with those things. We have liquidity down to 25.07. What a beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. We just gotta wait. Big bottom wick right on back up, homies. Don't do it. Don't do it. Man, they are selling the crap. Selling the crap out of calls. Is the big move stuffed? What do you mean? Short and holding it. That's gutsy. That's gutsy, Frumple. What was your premise for shorting that? Just curious. Oh, man. Yeah, buddy. Now it's all about patience. That VIX crush is killing premium so fast. Took a small call. Price that keeps going up. Value still goes down. It's VIX crush. It's VIX crush, man. It's VIXpiration. I am hungry. Did price take out 25,100 and get rejected? So move stuff. Yeah, but it's buying it back up. So, and I'm going to say it again. Do not short anything unless you get a 3C and or the VIX starts to pounce, which we have a little bottom wick on the VIX. They are selling a crap ton of. I'm telling you, patience will be rewarded today if you want to look for a short position. If not, stay long. They're buying up everything. But if you're looking for a short position, they will pay you today. You just have to be patient. I've done this, man. I've learned these type of moves because I've gotten clapped in the past from trying to chase this stuff. It's coming. I give you the truth. I give you the truth. Yeah, I'm seeing it too. Just a whole crap ton of flow. Let me look at the flow on the options. Like people are going to get clapped chasing this thing. Look at this. Look at that. I mean, they don't. People don't realize that this is VIXpiration. This isn't a market move. This is VIXpiration, and they're going to get clapped trying to chase this on the long term. Today, do what you got to do, but on the long term, it's crazy stuff, bro. Your Friday puts look cooked. Friday may be hurting. But like I said, they're going to give you a beautiful short op either today or tomorrow, probably today and tomorrow, both of them. Friday might be a little bit closer in expiration to kind of do things for you. So, but we have some, just be patient. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good stuff. A bunch of VIX call spreads. A ton of SPX flow. We have call selling. Look at the zeros. Look at this. We have a bunch of exposure here at 25,100 on Nasdaq, which probably will have to dealt with there. S&P cleared out everything up above. Everything up above. Patience, baby. 5-minute 3C, I will move this up to here. It also co-locates with the morning high. So I would probably, although the structural 3C is right here at 8.2, I would wait until the morning high of 8.0 or whatever that is, 7.4. But still, just be patient. You need the VIX to spike. It is starting to bounce back up. It's just like a dance, baby. I'm just giving you all the tools. It's giving you all the tools. Here it comes, baby. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We have calls being sold at an alarming rate. Still. I hear that train a-comin'. It's rolling round the bend. It's a great song, man. It's a great song. My dad is buried like 100 feet from Johnny Cash. I always wondered if they chat in the afterlife. $1.1 billion calls sold straight down. Are they buying puts? No, they're not. They're not selling or buying at the moment. Right now, they're just selling a bunch of calls. And like I said, with VIXpiration today, everything is long term. You have to look long term until that all rolls off. Right now, it's all zeros. That's right, guy. That's right, DB Phil. That's right. We're coming up on the end of the stream here. I've tried to guide y'all the best I could. Hopefully, it helps some of y'all at least avoid shorting. Attack on Iran is expected within 36 hours. Big old bottom wick right on back up, 20 points. They're still selling calls. $25,094. Big old top wick. Maybe someone should give Iran a heads up. $1.1 billion calls sold. Won't be till at least Friday night now. Bottom wick back up 25094. So look at the 3C. My 3C was the orange line, 2508. They bounce right off of it and come back up. So no close, no entry. No close, no entry. Big old green back up. $1.2 million on a VIX 70 call strike. Interesting. Interesting. Another bottom wick back up, still going. Appreciate the stream. You too, Jonathan. Good stuff, buddy. Have a good rest of the day. Is Baron front running? Probably. Can you give targets for gold? Yes, sir. Let's do it. We haven't heard a crazy post from Trump for a while. Yeah. You said gold, right? Yeah, not silver. Gold right now has officially put on a 3C, but it's incredibly slow. So you've got this pivot here that's kind of dealing with it, 51.3.4. If it can claim that, you've got this consolidation, which is also 50% of the range at about 5005, but the overarching target here is going to be back to 49.89 if it drops. But from the long-term stuff, if it keeps on going, you have a couple of obvious pivots here, 5037, but the next target will be the liquidity at 73.6. 50 cal suppository. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good. I don't need to take any cannabis that bad. Why use suppositories when you can short bull moves? Do you mind giving a quick explanation of the 3C? Yeah. So my system is called the 3Cs, 3 criteria. It's just my interpretation of VPA, volume price analysis, which was pioneered by Anna Coling, who wrote the book Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis, and she got it from Wyckoff, he got it from Livermore and Richard Neyman and all these people before her. And basically what it stands for is the 3 criteria. The first criteria is a volume spike. The second criteria is a wick, price action wick. The third criteria is going to be a higher high or lower low. So if I'm looking for a short position, what do you need to see? You need to see a volume spike into supply indicating you've hit sellers. You need to see an aggressive top wick to resulting sellers. And then you need to see the proof that the market is willing to go lower, which is a lower low, or right side of the V or right side of the inverse V. For bounces, you're looking for the other way around. So that's all I'm looking to do. I'm trying to play liquidity flows, bounces, rejections, or continuations through the process of volume analysis. We are stuck right here. Another bounce back up. Just waiting. Another red move. From the 1 minute chart, it's duking it out. Look at the calls here. Let me hit refresh to make sure I'm getting an accurate representation. We have liquidity down to 25,000. We've got 1.1 billion calls sold on the hero. They're not buying any puts, which is all long-dated stuff. So again, especially since I have to sign off here in about 30 seconds, do not short anything unless you have a 3C, which is 25080, and or you decide VIX starts to spike. You have to show that the VIXpiration move has culminated. And VIX needs to start bouncing aggressively. Otherwise, it's going to keep on going. And if you wait for those things, I promise you, they will reward you with a good, solid, high-quality, well-thought-out entry. So yeah. Do I use footprint? I do not use footprint, although I've got nothing against it. I like to keep things simple. Volume, price action, volume profile, which is the same thing as volume. We are stuck. Eat a few arepas. I need to try that, man. Those pictures are dynamite. Hey, what the heck just happened? There's a London close, yeah. London close, a little bit of volatility shakeout there, so big green candle, of course. All right. That is it for me. Hope you learned something. If anything, I hope I kept you out of a short position. Be patient. The things will be nice in this afternoon. So hope you have a good rest of the day. If you want to come hang out with us next week, next Wednesday, we'll stream again at 9:30, 10:30 Eastern Time on the Bookmap server. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow for another beautiful stream and hopefully try to make a little money. Hope you have a good rest of the day. I'm out. See you.